Oh my god. Oh my god. Got the tools out. Can only mean one thing. Actually, I'm not really sure what it means because we don't normally do that on the channel. And I also don't know why I've got an impact wrench because I'm probably not going to use that for this build. Anyway, some different content today. We're going to be building, renovating a bedroom, turning it into the ultimate, hopefully, gaming room. Why we're doing that? Well, I'll explain at the moment. I'm just going to put this thing down. So we are in the Unboxed gym and I have my daughter Zoe behind me here. She's currently gaming in the gym at the moment because we're renovating her bedroom. She's sleeping out in the lounge room and her computer ended up in here. For her 12th birthday, we said she could finally move her computer into her room, which we're currently renovating. So that hasn't happened just yet. But we're going to build like the ultimate bedroom gaming setup thing. So custom desk, bed, all that, which we'll be doing in this video. And then we'll be able to move her out of the gym and the final bits of gym equipment will actually be able to be installed in the gym, which Balin will be happy about because then he'll have a fully operational gym to use after work every day. But that's a separate thing. Anyway, we'll go over the room and I'll show you where we're at with that. Okay, so this is Zoe's bedroom, or it will be at the moment. It's an empty bedroom. We've painted the walls the color she chose, so whatever, don't care. Ceiling's white, the new flooring's down. She's got her air conditioner unit in, and now I have to do all the skirting. So there's no skirting in the room. So that's probably the thing I'll start on first and skirt around the door. And then I've got to build out a bed and a desk. So I'll move this out of the way. So the plan is there's going to be a desk basically floating along this section here. It's going to come up to about here, and then she's going to have a bed here. And to make my job a bit more difficult, she wants to have a bunk bed, but like a much higher second bunk that she wants to use more for storage and stuff. So whatever, I'll make that happen. And then we'll be installing a few other things like RGB lighting and stuff like that, of course. She'll be getting a surprise new computer. Not that she really needs that, but we're doing it anyway because she does need new monitors. So there'll be a pair of 32-inch OLED monitors going in. So that's going to be pretty special. A few other things. But anyway, I'll go away and build I'll weld up the steel frames and everything. We'll probably jump back to here with me installing them, putting some timber on it, and then we'll quickly just piece it together and you'll see the end product. So it's not going to be like a step-by-step thing or anything like that. As I said, this was something I was doing anyway. So I thought, why not just show you guys what we come up with. So I better go get building. Okay, so here's a little bit of the build process. I'm just using my metal cutting circular saw there. Now we've got the angle grinder with a flap disc, just cleaning up some of those cuts so they're not so sharp, and just making sure that both of these lengths are the same length. So again, just using the flap disc for that. This is a band saw, so again doing some more cutting, and now some welding, so sticking it all together. I think I'm welding the bed frame together here. So using 50 by 50 steel. It is galvanized because I buy a heap of steel for use in different applications, and buying the painted steel is annoying because it rusts, and this stuff I don't have to worry about if it gets out in the weather. It won't rust because it's galvanized. And now it's painted, and I'm installing the desk frame here. So this is not the bed frame that I was just welding, and just screwing that straight into the wall. So finding the studs and screwing that in, and that will allow us to build the desk with very few legs. One of the desk tops is going in now. I'm just dry fitting that at the moment to make sure that's roughly the dimensions that I want. And the second piece, which I'll have to take back out and cut so I can get a really clean join between the two pieces. I want it so you can't really see the join, and it'll be under a mouse pad. Now we're putting the floating shelf up. These arms will be behind the slatted paneling, so you won't see those. Balin got a shot of some of the tools we were using. And there's the first shelf installed. Looks pretty level. I think it is. And now we're putting some panel bond on some of the metal just to attach the hardwood timber to that, along with some screws. But the panel bond basically means it'll never come off again. So it's bad if you want to get it off, but it really locks it in there. It's good stuff. So I've used that just for some added security. So because the screws are only about 25 mil deep. It is hardwood, so pretty good grip. But yeah, just getting that in there by myself, which is a little tricky, but it looks like it's slotted in. And some more panel bond on the steel down the bottom. So this is sort of the bottom kickboard. It'll allow some tubs and things to slide under it. But yeah, it'll just sort of protect. It'll neaten up the bed and make it that you can't, whack your legs on the steel. And just popping that into place now. This was probably the easiest part of the whole build to do by myself because it's just a relatively light bit of timber. And now just fixing that in with some screws. And once that panel bond sets, that piece is never coming off again, so hopefully I got it right. Just checking with the spirit level. Balin zoomed in there to get a close look. Looks like we've got it pretty well right. So would have been happy with that. And then just a few more screws to lock it in place till the panel bond dries right up. Now we're cutting some of the acoustic paneling, that slatted paneling. I'm just using a track saw for that. Gives a nice straight clean cut. I absolutely love this thing. Use this on all the desk and shelving panels as well. Cut up all the boards with that. Does a really good job, nice and easy. And now we've got the caulking gun out, putting some glue on the wall to put those, they're sort of pinboard backed boards. So yeah, I'm using the glue they recommend for that, and it seems to work really well. And there I am, happy with the result. Okay, room is complete. I know we skipped through a lot of the build stuff, but didn't want to drag the video out too much. You get the idea, we've built the room. So some of this design is kind of, I sat down and pen and paper with Zoe, worked out what she wanted. She wanted solid timber here. So when you walk in the door, I guess it gives a bit more privacy, but this is a solid timber piece. I was going to do a cutout here so she could maybe climb into bed from the end or just whatever, but she wanted solid. I think she's going to hang a few things on here, coats or whatnot. So that's a request from Zoe. We've got a steel ladder here, which I want to do a little bit more work on, but I rushed this, but got the welds and stuff as clean as I could. But the main thing is it works. You can climb up. I won't bother showing you up there. That's mostly going to be a storage area. It's very high up. It's actually not really a second bunk for sleeping, though you could. This side wood panel is very safe, but it's more of a storage area for her. She wanted that. Her bed's here. It fits, so that's great. And that's, I don't know, her bed stuff that she wanted. So that's new for the room. We've got a desk here, the all-important 2.5 meter long desk. That's come up a treat. I've got a Blue Eddy power station there, not sponsored or anything. I paid for that, but that's just so if we do lose power while the diesel generator's kicking in, we have power for us so our computer never goes down. The internet won't go down either. We've got some cable management under there, PowerPoint, all that sort of stuff. So that's ready for the computer and the monitors to go in. The hole here, there's another hole under there. That's for the DisplayPort cables and power cables for the monitor. So there'll be no cables on the desk. It'll be very clean. I have to now just make a bracket here to mount the two individual monitor arms. I'm going to have two separate ones rather than a dual monitor arm. It gives you a bit more flexibility with where she wants to put the monitors. I do have a couple of studs here. I've got to work that out. Now on the second shelf, we have a PowerPoint, a black one, and there's a white one at the top. I've purposely put the PowerPoints at the shelves. Now these are Wi-Fi controllable PowerPoints, so she can turn them on or off from bed, which sounds a bit weird for a PowerPoint, but she has a lot of like lava lamp things and stuff like this and Lego with lights and stuff. And sometimes at night she just wants to turn those off, but you know, she really likes her LED. Zoe's big time into her RGB and LED lighting. Bit like Balin behind the camera. So I'll give you a quick demo of what I've done here. Find my phone, it's in my pocket. I've made a lot of the stuff in here Wi-Fi controllable, so she can turn, so you can see there's like, hopefully that's coming through on camera. There's an LED in this. So she can turn that off by simply powering off that PowerPoint wirelessly, and then she can turn it back on wirelessly. So that's fully controllable, so off and on. So that's pretty cool. Same thing with the top shelf. She can you know, control that as well. This will all be controllable via her tablet or a phone or any Android device. You can do it on Windows as well. Another cool thing we've done, which I'll go to I've created a group for this, even though there's some individual zones, is, again, Zoe loves her RGB. So I know not all of you guys are big into RGB, but 12-year-old girl loves it. So one of the things she really wanted in her room, a desk and RGB lighting, they were her two main requests. So I'll stand back out of the way, but if I turn that on, it's set to white light at the moment. So underneath the desk lights up, under the bed lights up. I'll probably do like some frosted coverings for this, but you know, she can read in bed and stuff. It really lights up the bed really well with what we've done here. And yeah, there's some at the top of the shelf and underneath. So of course you can, if I get rid of the white color, you liked the orange, didn't you, Balin? Probably can't see it as well during the day. If I close the blinds a bit more, you can get certainly the orange glow down here. And then it goes right around her bed behind her pillow and stuff as well. So you can sort of see that around her pillow and her bed, which she's going to absolutely love. And then all around here, and again, the top shelf. And there's 2 individual zones, so she can, if she wants to, let's say we'll go for the desk, and we'll change that color to like a purple or a pink. So now the bed and the desk is like a purpley pink color, and up here is orange. And again, she can turn one zone off, so you can turn off the desk RGB lighting if you want. So that fades away, and now you've just got the shelf lighting, and then you can turn that off as well, or you can turn them off and on as a group. So that's pretty neat. She's absolutely going to love that. This paneling is something she really wanted. It's a acoustic paneling, so it has reduced the echo in the room quite substantially. I mean, there's nothing else really in the room on like the wall behind you and stuff, but has helped a lot. And if you come over here, Balin, come to me, Balin. We have, we sort of created this little like feature type wall thing, which I think she's going to love because she wanted like a feature wall. So, and I think it ties in okay with the grey purple paint that she picked, because she likes her purple. There's going to be a big purple like floor mat and stuff. But that's, after a few days work, that's the room done. So now we've just got to put a piece of hardwood here so we can screw the monitor mounts in wherever we need them to be, so not just on the studs. And yeah, get the monitors mounted up. The computer will go here on the desk, so she's going to love that. The white beast will be right there. I've got my Ugreen network cable, not sponsored by Ugreen, but we love our Ugreen stuff. She has a big 300 watt Ugreen charger that's going to go here, so that'll be good. And yeah, the bed sort of, the way we've designed it is the desk is sort of like a bedside table as well. So it's sort of all in one. Perfect kind of height. We raised the bed up slightly. She's going to have a lot of storage tubs under there, big, long, like 1.2 meter tubs. I think 3 of them, my wife's worked out, will slide under there. So I had to make that to spec. But yeah, really comfortable. It's worked out well. I think she's going to be happy. I'll set it all up. Actually, before we do, we have something else we have to go build. So we'll go do that now. And then once all that's done, we'll decorate it and then surprise Zoe. We won't do the decoration thing on camera, it's just sticking some stuff on shelves. So let's get to it. Okay, we've popped back out to the studio because sort of another unexpected build that we will be doing for Zoe. Now, about a month ago, I was speaking with my MSI contact. I was interested in upgrading Zoe's monitors. She's got some older, well, she's got a 27-inch monitor. I know that's fine, but it is an older model, and she wanted 2 monitors. She desperately wants to have gaming on one, chat with their friends on the other. So I thought we could probably upgrade her to dual monitors. So I was speaking to MSI for those purposes, and MSI was like, well, this sounds like a really cool, fun project. Could we provide a new computer? She didn't really need a new computer desperately, but, you know, MSI twisted my arm a bit with an RTX 5080 and some other nice hardware. So I said, why not? We'll do a new PC for the new room build. So it's the best 12th birthday ever, I guess. So anyway, I'm not going to do a long drawn-out build video. I'll just show you the hardware that we'll be putting together. We'll build the computer, show you the computer built, we'll put it in the room, show you how that looks, and then we'll surprise Zoe with the new PC and the monitors. I'll get to the monitor in a second. We'll get all this off the desk first. But it is a white build. Her previous computer was white, and I asked Zoe, does she like the black or the white computers more? We have a few in the office. She decided she wants to stick with the white build. She really likes those. So we have the MSI Velox 300R, and it's the Airflow PZ version. So PZ is for Project Zero, which means it's the back-facing connectors, the rear-facing connectors. So it just gives you that neater look. And we do have a B850 motherboard, the Edge TI. This is a very good board. I've already tested it. B850 roundup coming up soon. So yeah, great board. We also have, and this is, I'm kind of keen to test this out and see how it looks, the Core Liquid P13. Now, we did show this to you at Computex. We saw it there. But this is my first time getting the product along with the case. So keen to put those two together. Then we have a 1000 watt, I believe. Yeah, 1000 watt AG1000 GS power supply. So that has everything we need to run the RTX 5080, and it is the white model. So I have a couple of SSDs from MSI, 2 terabyte models, that's good. Some of their fans, which will be, well, we've got 2 boxes of 3, so there'll be 6 RGB fans in there, ARGB. We also have some Team Group T-Force DDR5 memory. DDR5 6000, CL30, 32 gigabyte kit. So, and it's white, of course. There's a white and black module on the thing, but it's the white kit. So CL30, low latency memory, that's good. And that will be paired with, we have a 9800X3D. So insanely high-end computer here for Zoe. She's extremely lucky. And yeah, big thanks to MSI for helping organize all of this hardware. So we'll be putting the 9800X3D on the B850 Edge TI Wi-Fi motherboard. It's not a fully white board, it's sort of a black white board, but it's mostly white. I think it's going to look pretty awesome. Now, what I really wanted for MSI, though I am thankful for all the new cool computer hardware, is this. And I did want 2 of them. And it is the 321UP QD OLED monitor. So we have 2 of those, 2 30-inch monitors. I've got to work out how to mount these and put them on her desk, but pretty damn lucky to have a pair of these monitors. These things are insanely awesome. Actually, I'll flip the box around because it looks a little bit cooler on this side, I reckon. Balin says it does, so that's good. It definitely looks cooler on this side. Okay, there we go. He's got an eye for this sort of thing, so everyone else will agree. Got a bit of dust on there. We probably should have cleaned it up before we put it on camera. It's just the box. We've got to get the monitors out and install them. But first we'll build the computer.
5 minutes later.
And there you have it. PC built and ready to put in Zoe's room. So I'm going to put the PC in there now, set the monitors up, get all that ready, and then you guys will get to see that as we surprise Zoe. So I better go get to it.
This is so nerve-wracking. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, this is, oh my god. This is crazy. I wasn't expecting this. Oh my god. Whoa. You really outdid yourself.
What do you like the most?
Well, you're supposed making me pick what I like the most. This whole room.
Do you like your new monitors?
Yes.
They're new OLED ones. 32-inch.
Wait, my computer is new.
New computer.
Oh my god.
Do you like the new computer?
Yes.
It's an upgrade. MSI got your new RTX 5080, new CPU.
And then I got a new chair, new stuff. And then
What about your bed?
my bed. Happened to notice Baby Yoda.
Comfy?
Oh, this is really comfy. Oh my god.
What do you think of Grogu?
I really like it.
It's pretty cool.
This is crazy. I wasn't expecting this at all, but I'm really happy with it.
And you like your white chair? You got a racing seat back.
Uh-huh.
Now we've got this software. So you recognize this from my phone. The really cool thing with this is you can change the RGB and control all of that. But what is really cool is that you can turn the shelf in, like you can turn this shelf off or on and that one off or on. So see how bright the Daily Bugle is? Yeah. If you hit, I'm not sure.
Shelf 2?
Yep. Just hit the turn off down the bottom. And it gets rid of the RGB lighting as well. And if you push it back on, turns it all back on.
Nice.
And you can do the same for this shelf. So you don't even have to get out of bed. And your bedroom light, which is that one.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just hit it there if you want. So there you go. Now your bedroom light's off. You can turn it back on if you want.
This is really cool.
So there you go. So it doesn't have to be coloured. It can be colours or white. They're RGBW lights.
This is so cool.
So it's good enough? It's all right? You happy?
This is more than all right. This is
Is this what you
amazing.
imagined with the paneling that you liked?
Yeah. Whoa.
And I put it along here.
I know. I noticed that.
Does that look good under the window?
Uh-huh.
And you got your picture there.
Really good. Yep.
But how good are your OLED monitors? Check them
I
out.
know.
Fire up some Forza on it.
Oh, I noticed the controller's different too.
Yeah, you got a new controller from MSI.
This chair's so comfy.
Yeah, it's a Noble chair. Yes, that's the Forge GK600 keyboard. Fully wireless mechanical keyboard. And it's their violet version. So that's why it's got all the pink buttons. Do you like the pink buttons?
Yeah, I noticed that. I like all the
Do they
keycaps.
match? I've made it match your lighting.
Yes.
All right, guys, there it is. Zoe's room is complete, and Zoe has now been surprised, and I think her reaction was good. I didn't get to see it, but it sounded like she enjoyed it.
Yep. After a week of waiting, this was definitely worth it. So,
Worth the wait?
yep. Yep. So thank you MSI for my computer. Thanks Dad for building this all.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And thank you for watching.
Yeah, thanks to all the viewers who make it possible, eh? Well, yeah, that's really it. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in another video soon.